Alrighty. Radio. Okay, guys, I'm not sure if there's anyone there. I've restarted a stream. And I just need to increase the bit rate here a bit. Right. How is that looking? Anyone out there? Okay, I'm hoping that you now rejoined this stream, this whatever you want to call it. Yeah, stream. It is a stream. So just let me know. There's a couple of people watching now, so that's encouraging. Okay. Why don't I have any? That's really bizarre. Okay, bear with me. Right, we got no control. Because it's I forgot. Throttle. Okay, we should be good. Now I want to add in a response curve here. I'm going to reduce this. Maybe even a bit lower. That should do it. Okay. Alright guys, just tell me that you can hear everything and we're all good in the stream. And I'm just going to make it a little bit more pretty. So we'll go manually configured. We'll give ourselves a bit more in the way of visibility, but we'll keep the clouds. We might change that, but we'll see. Okay. So we're in the Just Flight Piper Arrow, the turbo version, and we're in Kongen, which is the town where I live. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit distracted here. That's what I want. I'll turn a bit of that on. Okay. I'm going to increase the light. It looks a bit dark on the screen there. Looks very dark. Alright, adjust my view here a little bit. How's that? That's looking pretty good. We're a little bit high. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see the screen. Hopefully that's all working. And we'll taxi on out to the runway. So Kongen is in the northeast of Thailand, which is where I'm currently living. And it is incredibly hot. It says it's stormy. Let me just have a look out the window. No, there's no, oops. There's no storms going on right now. And it's I don't think it's even cloudy. But there we go. Never mind. Alright, so we'll just head on up and we'll take off and we'll just do a little tour. So like I mentioned, I downloaded the ortho tile for landing lights on for this area. So I'm intrigued to see how that is going to come across. So that's the point of the first part of this stream. And then we'll just see where it takes us. What I do want to do, and you're going to have to excuse a little bit of loading here. I want to crank, yeah, I thought this was looking a bit low. I'm going to crank this up to high. And we'll get another notch of anti-aliasing. Let's try that. I thought it looked a little bit jaggedy. So just bear with me while this reloads. It will take a little bit of time. Okay, not as much time as I thought, indicating there's not a lot of scenery. But that's alright. So after the stream last night, I did some flying in VR, the helicopter stuff. This is kind of how we ended the stream. And then, yeah, in VR. Wow, what an incredible experience it is. Absolutely stunning. Put some flap out. So that's why I really want to get the VR thing working. But I'm limited because my RAM has not arrived yet. So, yeah. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Hopefully tomorrow. And then that's going to give us a bit more flexibility in terms of, well, it's going to stop us from crashing, basically, the computer. Alright guys, so there's two people in here, so either that means the other guys don't know that they might have to open another window because I restarted the stream. So I think that means it would have opened on a different screen. So you might have to click on my channel and then open up. I mean, people can't hear this if they're not open, if they haven't got the window open, but maybe you could, if you've got both windows open, maybe you could just type in there, hit refresh, and that should bring you back into the live stream as opposed to what we did a few moments ago. Right, anyway, let's get the show on the road. Let me know if the sound is okay, guys. Balance between my voice and the game play, the game sound. All right, gear up. Let's get our yoke back. That's better. All right, so I'm hoping then this ortho tile has generated properly. Doesn't look like it. This is definitely not ortho. Okay, well, let's have a look. I'll flap up. Maybe I downloaded the wrong region. I don't think so. Yeah, that's definitely not ortho. Definitely not. Okay, let me just, oops, dim the lights here, make sure, yeah, okay. Weird. Alright, so we'll head towards the city, which is this way. Okay. So we do have a storm there. That's interesting. It's not actually the case in real world. Not that I can see right now. Anyway. Alright, I'm disappointed about the ortho. Or lack of. Don't quite know why. Ah, hang on. That looks like we may have... Is that ortho down there? Possibly. Maybe it is. Let's just have a quick look outside. Yeah, I think it is. That is ortho, isn't it? No, it's definitely not. Actually hard to tell. Looking beautiful, I have to say. But I'm pretty sure this is not ortho scenery. It should look better than that. It's actually hard to tell. Maybe it is. It could be. It could be. In which case, it's a little disappointing for level 19. It's looking a bit rough. I'm not convinced at all that that is ortho. What do you think, guys? Does that look like ortho texture to you? Let me just check, because this doesn't even seem like Kongen. Okay, we are in Kongen, but okay, let me dim the lights. I want to see where it thinks the city is. Let's just for now increase the lights. Alright, huge overkill with the lights there. No, this is really odd. Is that the only detail we can have on there? That's rubbish. So that the airfield, or the airport I should say, is northeast of the city. So we should be right now over the main part of the city, pretty much where I live. I know this lake. This is the Golden Jubilee Lake, but this does not look like the city at all. This should be Mitrapat Road, but there is not all this green space here. Okay, maybe Is this Mitrapap Road? Anyhow, right. I am talking to I feel like I'm talking to myself a bit. I'm not sure if there's anyone out there listening, but if there is, if you are out there listening, let me know. Just say hi. Quite a bit of screen tearing here as well. Let me just enable VSync, see if we can get rid of that. That's better. Much better. So we're rocking 60. We could probably afford to click on maximum quality. Hey there, Baz. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is I thought I had installed the ortho scenery for this area, which is Kongen, which is where I'm currently living, but this does not look like ortho to me. So I'm a bit puzzled. Really, I'm just trying to figure out if it is ortho or not. Does not look like it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me just pause this. I'm just going to have a look in custom scenery. This is the tile. Ah, hang on a second. That's why. There's absolutely sod all in that text, in that pack. So that's why. There's nothing in here. That should be the... I might as well delete that. That should be where it is. This is the Sedona file. That looks very deserty. So that's working. So yeah, okay. Well, that answers the question. There's no ortho. So I'm kind of wasting our time in here. So I'm pretty sure this shouldn't be... Let's cut those. Let's just paste these outside. And we'll get rid of that. Same with this. Oh, that's not even unzipped. So this scenery is from the this is the Hawaiian scenery that is available, which is really beautiful, but not extracted. So that's probably why that's not working. Japan Pro. That's a Mr. X scenery. In Florida, I haven't managed to get this working either. But again, it's all there. Maybe we'll try this. I mean, this should be working. This should be working. Let's go to Orlando. Same with San Francisco. Okay, let's do San Francisco. I get a feeling that I get a where is it? I get a warning basically saying that it's not installed correctly. Let's go to real world weather here. Yeah, the layers should be all correct because I deleted the scenery packs file and let it build itself. So that should all be working. Yeah. So that, and what normally happens actually is, yeah, it crashes. Okay. Damn, sorry about that. Alright, let's try Hawaii then. because that should be working. Maui, I think. Let me just have a quick look. See, that's completely empty. Right, there's absolutely sod all in there. Let me delete that. I'm going to delete this. It's a huge file, as you can see. I've got it as a zip file. That's not installed properly, and neither is this. This is also a huge file. About 24 gigabytes or something like that. Japan Pro. Not entirely sure about that. Right. These are terrain. Hang on, it's because I'm in the wrong folder. Right, this is Florida, isn't it? Doesn't really look like Florida. Oh, go away. That looks more like Hawaii to me. Hi there, Idol. Welcome to the stream. And Servas, welcome to the stream. Okay, I'd love to know what. Forget it. Okay. Crap. Go away. Don't actually know. Don't actually know what airport this is. Okay. Let's go. I don't know. Let's go for the Cessna. And we'll take a guess. We'll just type in Hawaii and hope that what we choose is within the scenery. Molokai, did I? Sorry guys, just let me try and jog my memory here. Okay, let's try Molokai. Where did it go? Let's see. I suppose I could look up the coordinates, couldn't I? That would pretty much tell me where that is. Idle, yeah. I just installed some ortho tiles, re-downloaded ortho for XP, and just did a couple of tiles today. One of which failed in that it didn't produce anything, so I need to go back and see what was up with that. And the other one was Sedona, and it doesn't look great, so I probably need a new source for that. And we're just checking. I also downloaded some already produced tiles from the Hawaii project, Ortho project, which you can find on the org store, or if you just type in Hawaii Ortho project, you'll see it. But let me just let's get rid of the map. Just go free camera in a second once this is loaded. Alright, free camera, and let's just see. Right, this is not ortho scenery. Definitely not. Nope. Okay. Let's have one more look. Can someone, okay, can someone do me a favor? Can you type in 20 plus 20 minus 175? In fact, I'll do it here. Just bear with me a second. Plus 20 minus 1, 5, 7. Alright, this is not what I... Oh, hang on a sec. Okay, I can't seem to find that. Idle. If you're getting no buildings and trees, it means that your overlays aren't done. Either they're not done or you have the scenery pack jumbled up. So what you have to do, let me just show you. If you go to your custom scenery, so you need to make sure that you have this in here. Auto for XP overlays, and then of course your tiles. But when you open up the scenery pack, in fact I probably need to do this, you need to make sure that this right here, let's just copy this out, close this up, this needs to be right below global airports. Paste that in there. And then actually it's just good practice to keep all of this stuff, all the ortho tiles together. So that's pretty much what you need to do in order to get the overlays to work. But that's what's happening. If you don't see, if you see the ortho texture but no buildings, it means that you haven't built the overlays. So make sure you have the overlays folder. If you don't have the overlays folder, then you're going to have to build those tiles again with the build overlays box checked, which is a royal pain in the arse. But there we go. All right. Oh, bum. Right. I'm not going to be able to select Maui, right? Okay, I'm going to just... I know this is a helipad. Bear with me. I just want to see if this area has the ortho. Right, look at that. That is ortho. Okay, good. So we want, okay, I got this now. So we want, the airport that we want is God, I'm not even going to pronounce this, but it's this one. Kahului. Anyway, that's what we need. All right, finally, some ortho scenery. All right, let's give ourselves some visibility. It says clear. It's not clear. Let's just increase this. 8 knots, that's all right. We can deal with that. I just want to add a cloud layer just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, cool. All right, excuse the quick start. I just want to get up and flying, see what this scenery is like. Quick question, do meshes go above or below the other scenery? Well, meshes need to go, as far as I know, on the bottom, but above, It kind of depends what meshes you're using. There's a program called XP Organizer which might be worth a look. Oh god. Oh, okay. At least we've got some ortho scenery there. Sorry about the taxiing. Alright. Where is the goddamn runway? It's this way, isn't it, after all that? Okay. Right. Would I put it above or below? It's really hard for me to try and diagnose anything without seeing it. Take a screenshot, send it to lunasworldoffun@gmail.com and I'll have a look for you. But yeah, sorry, it's difficult for me to answer questions like that and fly, but I really need to see the scenery file. Alrighty. Okay. Let's just trim this thing out. The trim is all out of whack here. Alright, I've got a feeling, actually, looks like there's no autogen here, doesn't it? Let's just have a look. So this is a classic example. Yeah, bugger all autogen. So this isn't correct. So that means the overlays aren't working here on this file. So that's probably what you mean there. So you've got there's no absolutely no buildings here at all. Yeah, I thought it looked pretty flat. But as you can see, the ortho texturing is really nice because it's all been edited. So if you imagine the buildings on top of this, it's going to look pretty amazing. But right now, something's not quite working. So let me have a quick look. It's going to require a reset. So our overlays are here. That should be okay. Have I got this the wrong way around? Do they need to be on the bottom? No, they need to be on the top. They need to be above the okay, well there's no overlays, that's why. That's 30 is Sedona. So hang on a sec, bear with me. Okay, so the overlays are missing for this part of the world anyway. So that's annoying. Unless they're inside here, don't think so, no. Okay, so that's why I need to re-download these tiles and reinstall. But basically, that's what it looks like with no overlay. When you dim the lights, you get it'd be pitch black. You get no lights at all. Just ambient light. So that's not great. But look at the scenery, especially when you get some nice effects like that. Absolutely beautiful. So these ortho tiles have been fully edited. So any Any clouds that are kind of baked in are deleted and edited and washed out. Any colour discrepancies, so where the tiles have been where the photos have been taken at different times of day, all that's been edited. So they've done a load of hard work. So I really recommend you. It looks a bit scratchy at this altitude, but trust me, when you're a couple of thousand feet up, it looks amazing. And of course, when you got the overlays on top as well, it looks even better. What's up with your date in the bottom right? Bottom right. I'm not sure. Don't know where you mean. You mean in X-Plane or in here? Because if so, that, as far as I know, is the right date. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see. 2000 and because oops, this is it's the tie. Hang on a sec. Why is that? Is it the Thai date? Maybe this is the Thai. Believe it or not, the way the Thai dates work is actually different to the rest of the time. Oh God, why am I trying to do this and fly at the same time? Yeah, look, it's set to Thai, so I can change this to English, and we're going to crash. English Europe, that'll do. So now you can see it's 2019. But yeah, the Thais have a different system for dates here, which is interesting. Oh my goodness, right, sorry about this acrobatics. Okay, right, enough of this. So we are fooling around with not much aim here. So I did hope to show off some of those ortho tiles, but not possible. There we go. Right. Rob, hey there Rob, welcome to the stream, and thanks, great to have you here. I remember you from a year or so ago. So yeah, how's Adelaide treating you? All right. Any ideas, guys? What do we fancy doing? I had a go in this the other day. That was quite fun. Chopper stuff I'm definitely going to do. I'm not at the point where I can seriously stream that just yet. But okay, give me a location. First one to write a location in the chat wins. And yeah, I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I'm new to streaming in terms of I haven't done it for a long time, so yeah, things are not going to be perfect right now. All right, you want to see the SkyTrain? Let's go good old Buffalo Airways. Let's go up to Alaska then, in that case. This is another area that I really want to do some ortho for. Let's see. Let's go to Anchorage. Start with the engines running. Okay, here we go. Oh, damn. Okay. In that case, South... I'm not even sure if I've installed Cape Town. We can try. Um... City. Cape Town International. That's what we want. I've got a feeling this might not be installed, guys. I can't quite remember. I'm pretty sure I didn't install Africa. So don't be surprised if we get the same message. So maybe suggest somewhere else. Oh, okay. No, we're all good. We're all good here. Oh god, okay, it's doing updates. We've got to let it do. That's the cool thing about, well, one of the many cool things about vSkyLabs is that it automatically updates everything when you load the aircraft. Very cool. Saves a hell of a lot of hassle. I'm a huge fan of vSkyLabs. I'm sure I've mentioned that before, but yeah, big fan. Rob, appreciate the big moves and the stress involved. Still get very homesick. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I even realised what a big deal it was until I did it. Yeah, I mean, moving house, moving country is a huge thing. I'm going to start a new YouTube channel called, I don't know, Wayne's Thailand Vlogs or something like that, or Lunar in Thailand, something like that, where I'm going to... Basically, it's going to be non-flight related vlogging. So it's going to talk about, you know, that very thing. How to, or not how to, but the experience of moving house, living in a foreign country, dealing with not speaking the language very well, all sorts of stuff like that, and also just sightseeing around Thailand. Obviously, this is a incredibly beautiful country, and I'm really lucky to be here. So I want to, you know, do some sightseeing, and I've got a little DJI Spark drone, so do some drone flying, drone footage, all that stuff. So once I've created that channel in the next few days or so, I'll post the link, and I'd really appreciate it if you're into that kind of thing to go and subscribe to that channel. And I'll be posting probably not as regularly as on Luna's World and Flight Sim stuff, but I'll certainly be doing, you know, videos when I can. Alright, this is taking a bit of... This is quite a big update. Now we have to reload the aircraft. So again, let's just go to something default. Skyhawk, that'll do. Let it reload. And we'll go back here. I haven't flown this for ages, guys, so just be kind. I'm not an expert in the DC-3 at all. Alright, but I do know we're way too close to the... in fact... Okay, that's cool. I haven't managed to read the manual for this yet, but that is something I want to do. I'm going to just increase this a little bit. Okay, cool. So let's have a little look around. We got a lot of dials, all steam powered, of course. Nothing digital in here, apart from... Oh, it's gone. I did see a G1000 up here, but that's gone. Good. Glad. But very nicely done. Anyway, let's see if we can fly this thing. Very slow turning. Have I got... Do I need to... Oh no, we're okay. We are turning. Right. Ooh, excuse the towel, my goodness me. What the hell? Okay. Do I need to enable the tiller or something like that? I'm not entirely sure. Any experts on this aircraft, guys? Let me just have a quick look around so that I can at least familiarise myself a little bit. So we've got fuel there. That's, yeah, I don't want to engage the autopilot. Okay, that's all fairly straightforward. That's the gear. Okay. Hey there, Scott. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. You're about to witness some... you're about to witness, well, some very terrible flying in this big DC-3 by V-Skylabs, which is on my list of aircraft to really try to get to grips with. Okay, this thing is just not taxiing as I would like. Opposite, break the swing. Ah, okay. It's one of those, is it? I don't have differential braking enabled because I'm using a crappy... Oh, damn it. Okay, I tell you what, just for ease, I'm going to start us on the runway. I don't know what wind direction is going on, but that'll do. Okay. Alright, this doesn't bode well with rudder control. Ah, welcome Black Knight. Need to release the tail wheel which is near the rudder. Not the rudder. Near the trim. Okay, cool. Excellent. At least someone knows what on earth they're doing. Is the... Oh, there it is. Locked. Okay, it was unlocked then in that case. Okay, anyway, let's go for it. Oh, I haven't put any flaps out. What flaps setting do I need on this? I have no idea. Oh my goodness. Idle cutter, okay, that's... I'm guessing this should be on auto rich. Okay, let's go for this. I will read the manual, he says. Nope, I've got no rudder control whatsoever. Nothing. Nada. Any idea why? Is it my rudder trim that's off whack? Let's put the gear up. Aileron trim. Don't know. Anyhow. Amazing sounds. And beautiful, beautiful scenery. And we're rocking maximum maximum auto gen at the moment. Yeah, differential throttle. I think that is probably the way forward. I don't have that option at the moment. I will though when I get the honeycomb yoke and throttle, which I just can't wait for. Let's put some overhead fans on. Why not? Let's put some tail lights on, de-icing boots. I know we're in Cape Town, but no, we don't really need any of this stuff. Okay. All right. Very cool. Right. Have I got... Let's just enable XP realistic. I love that it calls this GA. Look at that beautiful aircraft. What a great hunk of metal that is. There's a nice screenshot. Very cool. That's a ton of auto gen down there, look at that. And we're still rocking 60 frames. Oh, the lights have just gone on. Okay, let's get back in the cockpit. Keeps resetting my view here, which is a bit annoying. Alright, so we won't fly away too far, we'll just go do a little extended sort of circuit. B-Skylabs is great, absolutely. It's really, he's one of my favourite developers. I know I said that last night, but go over to vskylabs.com and check out the what he has to offer. Got some truly great aircraft. I'm not paid in any way to say that. Yeah, this is a really seriously great aircraft. I mean, I'm not doing it justice because I have no idea how to fly it properly. So this is a serious bit of engineering and coding that requires a lot more than what I'm giving it here. So, but here it is. You wanted to see it, so that is it. But again, I want to do a series using this, flying it properly, or as best I can, to do it justice. What a great piece of aviation engineering it is. Guys, so I'm always open to ideas for you know, content on the channel, so if you do have ideas, feel free to email me. It's lunasworldoffun, all one word, @gmail.com. You know, you can email me pretty much whatever you like within reason. Keep it aviation related. So yeah, any add-ons you want me to review, or hardware, or stuff like that, or a series, or you know, if you want me to fly a particular thing, drop me an email. I'll certainly do my best to oh, Rob, The Brunei Yoke. Well, if you have the cash and you can hide it when not feel too guilty, it is going to take your flight simming to the next level. That thing is unbelievable. It truly is. It's a masterpiece. So if you don't know what the Brunei Yoke is, I'm sure most of you probably do. I did a review on it about a year or so ago. And let me tell you, this yoke is just unbelievable. It's a force feedback yoke with high precision. It's a high-end yoke. This thing is not cheap. I can't even remember. I think it's over. I think it's what is it? 2,000 euros. So not cheap at all. I certainly couldn't justify buying it, but they very kindly sent one over for me to use for a couple of months. I think I had it for maybe a bit longer, and then I had to send it back. That was the saddest day of my life. A little bit of an overstatement there, but it was so hard to send it back and go back to what I had at that time, which was the Cytec yoke. It was like going from a Ferrari to a, oh gosh, I don't want to say, you know, a Lada. Does anyone remember Ladas? I don't think they make them anymore. But yeah, terrible. But an incredible piece of hardware. Go and watch my review on it for more information on it. But it is incredible, and not just the hardware, but the software that runs with it. It truly is so granular. You can change many different things on it. You feel everything, every little bump in the runway, every little bit of turbulence. You feel the engine start up. You feel the gear go up. It's incredible, as you would obviously in a real aircraft. So yeah, my long-winded answer of saying, if you can afford it and you can hide it from your loved ones, would I recommend it? I mean, absolutely, but it's so expensive. If you've got that kind of money to waste, not waste, but to spend, to burn, that's what I meant to say, then I envy you, and you absolutely should buy it. Yeah, so there you go. I had the best experience with it, flying with X-Plane, and it was truly incredible. But bear in mind, you need to clamp it down pretty well, and it doesn't come with clamps, so you need to find a solution for that. You can see what I did on my on the video, and yeah, incredible piece of gear. But for the price of, you know, a whole other computer, it's or many other things, second-hand car. Anyway, yeah, but it's a thing of beauty. It really is. All right, there's Cape Town in front of us. Speaking of beauty, absolutely stunning. This is another area for ortho that I need to do. You can get the NG yoke now, which is 1,200 euros. NG, is that made by Brunei? NG. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Maybe it is. You can let me know. I haven't checked that out. I will. I really miss flying with the yoke, as I mentioned. I've got a crappy old Cytec X45 at the moment, which is less than ideal. But you know, I say that it's all right. It's not too bad. But there's a lot of limitations, like separate feather and mixture controls. But you know, it's all right. It does the job. It's not ideal though. But unfortunately, I've just brought, like I said, I've just splashed out a load of cash on the new computer and monitor. So I cannot justify at this point in time. And I really don't know what I would buy, to be honest. I'm definitely holding out for the honeycomb yoke. I've got high hopes for that. It's not force feedback or anything like that, but it looks really good. So I'm going to wait for some reviews, and I'm hoping to review it myself. They have said they are going to send me one, but that was when I was in the UK, and it was quite a long time ago. But maybe, fingers crossed. I'll probably have to send it back, but I'm happy. You know, I don't mind. It'd just be great to review. Has anyone got the X-Plane? You know, the joystick that the org store always recommends. It says the only joystick for X-Plane. I'm forgetting what it's called. Is it called the Mark something? Mark 2, Mark 3? Has anyone got that? Because that might be a better solution in the interim for me than this X45. But let me know if anyone's got that. Okay, it is Brunei. Wow. Great, okay, I did not know that. I've been out of the loop for so long. In fact, I'm not going to blow my own trumpet, but when they asked for my feedback, that was one of the things that I said. I said, please, please, please make a more entry-level yoke, because you'll sell more units. I said, you know, very few people can afford to splash out that kind of money on a really high-end yoke. So I'm probably not the only one to have said that to them, but I like to think maybe I had some kind of part in getting them to do that. So that's really cool. I mean, 1,200 is still, or 1,200 euros. Yeah, I mean that's still a lot of money. But Swiss made, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I'm losing frame rates here. Might be RAM. It's been flying for a while. Oh my god, it's like slow motion. It will hopefully correct itself, or it will crash. Let's hope it's the first of the two. Don't crash, don't crash. Just going to pause it. Don't know if that helps at all, but we will give it a go. Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. Oh, spoke too soon. No, this is definitely a RAM issue. Okay. In fear of it actually crashing, I'm going to reduce the auto gen, because that is definitely not helping, and I'll probably reduce that as well. Okay, let's bear with me. Got a little less travel and less power. Okay, that's not a bad thing. That thing, honestly, the Brunei yoke was so powerful in terms of the pull. Really, really good. You can really notch up the resistance on that thing like nothing. Just amazing. So a little less of that I can't see as being a massive issue. Alrighty. So we'll aim in this general direction. There's the airport off to the right of the nose there. We won't land on that short runway. We'll kind of take a bit of a wide berth here. I don't think I've ever landed this. Alright, we'll just increase the throttle. We've got a bit of a way to go, yeah. Cool. Good stuff. You know, I didn't really like the lighting that XP Ultra Weather XP provided, but now I'm kind of really liking it. I've got used to it. I quite like the glow, I quite like the bloom effect. And I like the fact that there's more bloom in the distance than there is sort of in the foreground, which is really realistic, and you can control all that really really well. Shall I show you? I think I did show you yesterday, but so say we want to do we want the lights in the distance to be higher power, so we can really notch that up, and the lights in the foreground a little bit less power so that we don't get the bloomy effect, because if you notched them all up, actually you don't get much of a bloomy effect there. And then of course you can really increase that, which I think is too much, but somewhere around there that looks pretty good to me. Maybe a bit more, but yeah, really cool piece of software that you can do a heck of a lot of stuff in it. Right, let's get this thing configured for landing. I have no idea how we're going to do this, but well, I know how to land a plane, but let's see if we can do this. What's your opinion on the Yoko Plus? I don't have an opinion because I've never tried it, but it does look great. And Yoko, the Yoke, I mean, they all look fantastic. The Go Flight Yoke as well, but they're all very, very expensive, but they're very high quality. But the likes of me cannot afford well, you know what, actually Rob mentioned it's not even a case of affording it. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of money, but I mean, if it's you know, I mean, justifying it on a hobby is okay, but it's convincing your loved ones. That's the issue, really, because they don't really get it. People who don't do this don't get it. They sort of say, oh, you know, you like playing games or whatever. I'm like, well, no, actually. Let's not even get into that conversation. But, you know, we all know that this is not a game. I mean, it can be. Depends on how you use it. Like right now, you could say that because I'm not doing things by the book, I have no idea how to fly this, and yet I'm flying it. So I suppose, technically, I'm using this as a game. I don't know. It gets a bit silly, doesn't it? Oh, don't quite know what happened there. Alright. This is going to be interesting. We're too high. We're not far off, though. Going to see one red light any second now. I think that's it. Pretty sure. We're too fast. I can't seem to slow this thing down. I came off the throttle what seemed like years ago on the descent. Can't seem to slow it down. We've got full flaps out. Okay, we'll see. Airspeed's coming down now. The trim is really sensitive on this. I think we're 3 red there. I'm just going to pause. I've got a flickering cloud there. So again, I just want to test this feature here because we're on this. So I'm going to go to reduce flickering B and see if that works. And we have no more flickering cloud. Oh no, it is flickering a little bit, but not as much. That's cool. Right, we're a bit low now. Bit of left rudder. Okay, those lights in the distance are way too much now. So I need to reduce that. But anyway, try and land. Right, we ignore the pappy lights now. Black Knight, sorry, I can't read your instructions of how to land this, but I will in a second after I've put the bird down. Long landing. And there we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh crap. That was my fault. I hit the reverser by mistake and it's set everything on fire. Okay, let's have a look at that. Damn. Oops. Oh crap. Where did they come from? Why have we got skis? What the heck? That's really odd. Where literally, where did those skis come from? We weren't in the ski version of this aircraft. Is that... Ah, it was all going so well. I thought that was quite a good landing. Damn. Okay, not quite sure what happened then. But that's a nice flamey effect. Not that you want to see that. Oh, there's a screenshot. Look at that. I'm going to screenshot that. Oh, I haven't got... Oh, bugger. Anyway. Right. Okay, enough of that. That was hella fun. But, yeah. I'm always reluctant to fly aircraft that I don't know anything about. But that was fun. And it's urged me to read the manual. I'm going to print the manual out tomorrow at work. Don't tell them. Okay, what do we fancy now? Let's see. Let's have a change of scenery. So tell me where you want to go in the chat. First one, as always, we'll get the cat will get the cream, or whatever the saying is. Having a look through my hangar here. I haven't flown the Tobago for a long time. That's a potential. Oh, this is another V Skylabs aircraft that I haven't really flown much of. We could go for the Thunderbirds livery. That is pretty cool. This is a test aircraft, experimental aircraft. The Rutan Long EZ. Let's give that a go. Shall we? Is that a good idea? Should we go to Area 51? You tell me. Tell me in the chat, guys, where you want to go to. And while you do that, I'm going to fill my glass. Back in a sec. Okay, right, no destination. Okay, let me read Black Knight's thing here. So just a reminder, when landing, something like the Dakota cow flaps open, mixture rich, and prop fine. Gear does cause a lot of drag. Yeah, what about when they've got skis on? I really don't understand that. Anyway, that's quite funny. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into reading the manual and trying some test flights. I'll probably do some streaming doing that, and I'll share my knowledge once I acquire it. Maybe that'll be a good sort of focus to stream. Maybe once a week, do a stream of me learning how to fly the DC-3. You know, and we'll do everything by the book. I'll print out the checklists and everything, and we can kind of learn it together. You guys can help me, and if if you see me do something wrong, by all means you can say. And likewise, I can impart any knowledge that I have through reading the manual. Let's do that. That sounds like a good plan to me. So once a week we'll do that. Another series that I want to do in live streaming is learning how to fly helicopters. It's something that has been on my to-do list and I just haven't had the time. But now I've got a bit of time. That's another idea. Something like that. And then maybe another stream where I'm sort of going to aim to try and do 3 streams per week. Definitely 2. Hopefully 3. That's the idea. And then of course videos in between. Thomas, hi there Thomas, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're well. So guys, we haven't got a destination yet. So where would you want me to fly? We're going to fly this the experimental Rutten, or the this thing, just for a laugh. So where do you want me to fly? The world is your oyster, or something. I suppose we could do Get Me Lost. Let's try one of these. Where is that? Is that in... That's definitely Scandinavian. Obviously, Scandinavia is a large place, or maybe Iceland. Let's find out. John Denver. I think it is. I'd have to look that up. Maybe someone can do that. The Long Easy. I'm pretty sure it was the aircraft that he died in. Maybe someone could Google that. It really is so good, guys, to connect with you all and hang out like this. This is so much fun. As always, the texturing inside V-Skylab's aircrafts are always just second to none. Absolutely beautiful. Right, I'm not sure this is going to respond well to grass. We'll give it a go. Now, this aircraft doesn't have flaps, does it? As far as I know. Pretty sure it doesn't. Okay, still feel like we're a little bit too far. That's better. Alright, let's just do this. Get everything set up pretty much. Okay, I got full right rudder here. There we go. Ooh. Black Knight, fly out of my local. Yeah, I tried to do that earlier because I downloaded, or I thought I downloaded the ortho tile for Kongen. But when I opened the tile, there was absolutely bugger all in there. So I will be doing that, but I want to download the tile because the generic, the native scenery is just terrible for Thailand in general. In fact, I would go so far as to say Asia is not great in terms of default. If anyone knows of any Asian scenery, especially Thailand, then I'd be really grateful to know. Let me just change. Do we just click on real world weather? What am I doing? Weather is this one. Okay, apply. And I just want to see where on earth we are, because I have no idea. Oh, that's as far as we can zoom out. Okay. Oh, there's not so nice weather, but that's cool. Oops, I've gone a bit too close here. That's better. Sky textures are Ultimate Weather XP 2.5. I'm just gonna reduce, I mean increase the visibility. We can keep everything else. We've got 9 knot winds. That's all right. That's a bit better. Oh, thanks, Bit Victim. Yeah, I'm not one of those streamers that screams and shouts. I'm too old for that. I'm not that old, but old enough to not scream down the mic. Plus, this, you know, I mean, X-Plane just doesn't call for that sort of behaviour, does it? I'm certainly no PewDiePie. Let's put it that way. But I appreciate it. Really appreciate everyone in here chatting away. It's a very, very nice community. That's always been the case in these streams. And when I streamed a couple of years ago, at times we had 60, 70, 80 people in, which was just phenomenal. And I have to say, it was always really, really nice. You know, when you get that many people, you, of course, do always get the a couple of trolls. But I had a few moderators during that time, and they basically got one chance, or two chances, I think. Any racial issues, any sexist, you know, or over-swearing, basically, and they were just kicked out. And it was just a really nice thing to do. And then I just got too busy with my daughter being just, at that time, like 1 year old. So you can imagine. So now circumstances have changed a bit. I've got some more time. So yeah, that's why I'm able to do this a bit more. Well, not a bit more, a lot more. So we're heading over to ESPJ, and shamefully, I still have no idea where we are in the world. Can someone look up that ICAO code? Is it S? Oops. Yeah, ESPG. Is it Spain? No, it's not. Is it Norway? I have no idea. That's shameful. Apologies to any Scandinavian people. Scott, everyone said hi to each other and talked. Yeah, absolutely. It was a really nice community. And what I liked the most about it is that it wasn't just all about me. And there was conversation going on in the chat, and it just felt like a really natural thing. So that's cool. So I hope we've already re-established that to some extent. And to be perfectly honest, I would be happy if I had people like you guys in the stream. I'm not looking for numbers at all. Not actively, anyway. I could be posting in the Facebook groups and, you know, trying to get people to tune in. But, you know, I really just can't be bothered. I'd rather just fly and chat, have some fun. And yeah, this is cool, but there's not much scenery around here in terms of auto-gen. Let's just dim the lights. Oh look, yeah, hardly anything at all. That's why we've got extremely smooth. A bit more over there, but yeah, very smooth. I have to say, this is a nice aircraft to fly. Very, very stable. Right, and our airfield is a grass strip, I'm guessing. Sort of over there in that green. So we'll come off the throttle here. Ah, Boden in Sweden. Okay, thanks, Scott. It's always good to know which country you're flying in. I knew it was somewhere in Scandinavia. Oh no, it's not a grass strip. I think I see concrete down there. But it doesn't look like a manned airfield. So we should be flying on Unicom here, announcing our positions, but to hell with that. Oh, that was the other idea. A series on Pilot's Edge. I deactivated my Pilot's Edge account, but I can certainly reactivate it and do some dedicated videos on ATC and all that kind of stuff. If that's something you'd be interested in, you can let me know. Ah, this thing has a gear. I've been flying with the gear down. Didn't even know. Just the front. Let's have a quick look at this outside. Yeah, just the front nose wheel goes up. It's an odd looking aircraft, isn't it? Oh, and that doesn't look like it's properly... Oh, hang on, is that... Okay. That is the air brake. Didn't even know it had an air brake. Oops. Okay. Now we know. Oh, crap. The air brake was... okay, I've lost engines here. Lost power for some reason. Alright, we're going down, guys. This is not good. Trees. Thump. Oh, I didn't put the gear down. Gear coming up. There we go. That was really successful, wasn't it? Brilliant. Okay, so I hit the reversers, and obviously this doesn't have reversers, and broken it. Okay, that was fun. What's next? Oh, the Icarus. I want to fly the Icarus. Where are we going to go? You guys tell me where you would like to fly. I adore this aircraft. I've flown this aircraft a lot in the real world. Maybe more so than any other aircraft, possibly. Okay. Any ideas, guys? You can give me a destination if you want. I mean, we could go somewhere in the UK because I do have Orbex True Earth. If you want to do that in the south, I don't have the central one yet. I'm going to get that though. Or we can fly somewhere a bit more exotic. I'm totally up to you. Can't think. Okay, what about... Should we go to Cardiff? Let's go to Cardiff. Let's go to the valleys. And we'll go match real world. Okay, cool. Cardiff it is, in the Icarus C-42. And this is the posh version with all the digital avionics. The one I was flying in initially didn't have all of the posh avionics, and then we upgraded it. Well, I didn't upgrade it, but my instructor did. And I have to say, it was a lot easier to see. Things like fuel gauges, very, very clear, digital. But yeah, okay, this is going to take longer to load because of the amount of scenery. You just have to bear with it a little bit. Has the stream stopped? Or are we still going? I think we're still going. The one I was flying in. Yeah, it's still going. Cornwall. Actually, we'll do Cardiff. Oh, I'm just hearing the audio popping in and out. Now, what I should have remembered is that there's a high chance that we're going to get a crash because of my lack of RAM. I've only got 8 gigs of RAM in this machine currently. I've got another 8 on its way, but it hasn't arrived yet. An X-Plane really needs a minimum of 16, especially when you've got Orbex installed and Ortho. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll take this chance, guys, to say, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and give us a like on this stream if you're enjoying yourself. Hi there, eDog777. How come no one does flights in Africa airports? Are really beautiful. That is a very good point, and I completely agree. Let's put that right by. Well, actually, I think I know why. I mean, I've tried to fly in Africa using the default autogen and scenery, and it's not good. It's a bit like Asia. Like if you fly anywhere in Thailand, it's just not very well depicted. I think obviously the scenery developers in X-Plane have focused on, you know, mostly Europe and America, with emphasis on certain cities. So that's probably why. But with Ortho for XP, we can obviously change that. We can make that a reality by by doing that. So yeah, no, absolutely, we can definitely do some flights in the States, in Africa, not the States. You know what I mean, right? Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm trying to think of too many things at the same time. Okay, so this is the V-Flight Air Icarus C42. It's like I said. Oh, and I've got AvTab. Is that what it's called? I think it is. Enabled, which is kind of cool. Let's let that load. Here it is. This aircraft has a ballistic parachute, which is enabled, so that will actually work. Very cool. Let's take a look outside. I'll show you some of the show you what it looks like. So she's an ultralight aircraft, a trainer, and this thing is modeled exceptionally well. I've spent, like I said, a lot of time flying this in the real world, and it's bang on. It really is. I actually flew into Duxford in this, and it's really cool. If you fly into Duxford, you pay the landing fee, and then you get to go around the museum for free. So if you're in the UK and you're learning to fly, highly recommend doing that. It's a great day out. And right. Okay, let's explore Cardiff, and we will also check out Cornwall as well after this. I mean, we could fly to Cornwall, I guess. Now this thing is an absolute rocket of an aircraft. It climbs like an absolute beast. It takes off literally on the back of a stamp. It's a really powerful little machine. Absolutely adore flying it. Alright, flaps up. And the sound is absolutely bang on. Even down to the trim clicking. It really is. A lot of fun. Alright, here is True Earth coming into its own. Very, very nice. Beautiful. And we are going to get frame drops and sudden sort of instability because of my lack of RAM. So you'll have to ignore that if you possibly can. Look at that. Oh my god, beautiful. There we go. See, we are going to get stuttering as it loads the scenery. It'll be using 8 gig of RAM now, and we've only got 8 gig, so that's why you get this performance issues. But doesn't it look pretty? That looks well beautiful, man. Well, nice, as they say. I don't know who they is. They don't speak like that in Cardiff. I'm not even going to attempt to do the Cardiff accent in fear of insulting all Welsh people. It's a great city, Cardiff. It's well worth a look around if you've never been there. Very scenic. I haven't been there for years, mind, but oh, look at our speed. This is crazy. This thing just absolutely loves. Cruise setting is just about 4,800 RPM. So we'll try and adjust for that. Trim out. And this thing will happily cruise at 160. Oops. Very comfortably. It's an awesome aircraft, and not very expensive to run because it runs on petrol, not avgas. So very economical. You can do a lot of the maintenance on your own. Not all of it, but most of it. As long as it's nothing too drastic. Oh no, getting frame drops here. I'm going to reduce... Yeah, I did already. Oh my word. Alright, hang on. Let me pause this. Just give it some... Just close anything unnecessary. Alright, we're back. Okay. Alright, good stuff. Right, let me get rid of this window. How are we doing? Are we all okay? All still there, hanging in there, enjoying the stream? Despite these horrendous stuttering... I'm enjoying myself. Hope you guys are. Yeah, this is an awesome plugin. This is well worth getting. Let me show you around it a little bit. I haven't got any charts downloaded yet and put in, but when you do, click on this. You can open charts, you can open instructions. Very cool, and it's very easy to use. It works like a treat in VR. Moving map, of course. Aircraft checklists. Navigraph update. Very, very cool tool. Like that a lot. And you get more, if you zoom in, you get much more detail than you would on this. It's very cool. Hey Scott, this plane is the Icarus C-42 by not Flight Design, that's another aircraft. It's by V-Flight Air. I'm going to turn this off actually, just to try and save us from crashing. Yeah, so if you missed all of that, the reason I love this aircraft is mostly because I have quite a lot of real world flying hours in it, so I know it very well, and it's very nostalgic for me to fly it. It's super fast, it's super light, super cheap to run. There's just nothing to not like about it. Great views, great performance, very comfortable. Steve, hello, welcome to the stream. I believe that you are one of the original viewers from a year or so ago, a couple of years ago. I think I recognise your name there, so welcome back. If I've got that wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure I recognise your name. So welcome. Good to have you here. And yeah, there is Orbex True Earth doing its thing incredibly well. Right, let's stall this baby. Yep, that's exactly right. It's a very unspectacular stall in this, which is good. So no spinning, basically. Very stable aircraft. Slippery, really hard to slow down, as we'll probably see. Look at that sky, isn't that just incredibly beautiful? Hope that's coming across. It looks great on my screen. Incredible. Yeah, this thing very nimble as well. Let's do a couple of 45-degree turns and watch the stuttering. Oh, come on. Oh, please, RAM, arrive tomorrow. Stop this ridiculous horribleness. Yeah, very fun. A lot of cool buildings down there. I wish I could tell you what they are. Oh, look at the police car there as well. Going round in circles. Ah, that's brilliant. It literally is going round in circles. That is hilarious. I like that a lot. Maybe you guys can help me out. What is this building here? Right in front of us. Is it some kind of arena? Is it the... oh gosh, brain. Can't remember. Any ideas? A lot of detail. Isn't that great? So good. And it looks great from a low altitude as well. There's a high altitude. Another cop car over there. 64 gig. Jesus. Scott, that's pretty hardcore. Wow. That's cool. At some point, I'm going to have to upgrade the motherboard. I stupidly, foolishly, when I was building this PC, I didn't put... I mean, the motherboard is okay, but it doesn't match, really. I made a bit of a mistake, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't really match the performance of the other bits of hardware that I've got in there. I got the motherboard that I've got is a Gigabyte Z390 UD, which is kind of a bit of a budget board. It was just, I had a bit of a weaker moment in it's quite interesting buying computer components in a different country, because there's a lot of BS. I mean, anywhere, not just in Thailand, but you know, the people, I suppose it depends where you buy. But I ordered most of the parts online and then went to, it's a place called Tukcom, which is a big sort of retail computer store. And yeah, I didn't get very good advice. I mean, I know what I'm doing when it comes to buying components and things, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert. All I wanted was a motherboard that could overclock, so obviously a Z series, and that could obviously handle the Coffee Lake chipset. So anyway, it's kind of a mid-range board, and I should have gone for something a bit higher so I could get more out of the overclocking. So at some point I'll buy a better motherboard and get more of an overclock. But yeah, it will do for now. Beautiful. Ugh, these stutterings. Kind of reluctant to turn it down anymore. Yeah, we'll keep it. All right, let's go ahead and land, I guess. We'll land. We'll go back to where we took off from, Cardiff. But yeah, nice little scenic tour here. We'll maintain a reasonably low altitude, a couple of thousand feet, just so we can see the scenery down below. Oh my god, it just looks amazing. Let's turn the lights out a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, that just looks great. I mean, what I would say though is that the roundness of these lights, it's a little bit unrealistic. Certainly for the UK, our street lights are not really round. But anyway, I'm sort of complaining unnecessarily. That looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit too much bloom. I'll just reduce the power of the lights a little bit. That's probably a bit better. A bit more realistic. Yeah, that's great. Perfect. Don't know about you, but that looks pretty damn tasty out there. Hell yeah. That is incredible. Beautiful. And I'm wearing my checkered shirt as well today. Short sleeve, checkered shirt, rocking the look. Yeah. Okay, 3D panel. Good. Fun. What time is it? I'm losing track of time. 11:15 local time here in Thailand. I'm just going to check my real world weather radar. See if we've got any storms brewing tonight. It's pretty quiet out there, so I don't think so. Oh, there's a couple of cells just over Mahasarakam. So yeah, they look pretty nice. I wish I could screenshot my phone and show that to you. But yeah, that looks like there's a storm. It is heading this way slowly. It might die out before it gets here, but Mahasarakam is about 50 kilometers away. Storms are here are really significant in that I wouldn't want to fire up my computer in a storm. I do have surge protection on, I suppose, but yeah, I mean they're really risky. We get a lot of power surges, a lot of outages, and just they're hardcore. They're really brutal storms, especially in the summer, which is what it is now. And I want to vlog some, that kind of thing. Not vlog or live stream maybe a storm. I don't know. They're pretty epic. If you like weather, I absolutely adore weather, and I love seeing storms develop and do their thing. So that's another thing I can do on the other channel when I finally create it. So if you're interested, once it is created, do hit the do subscribe to that channel as well, and I'll do all that kind of thing. Yeah, because we get storms in the summertime, which are sparked by incredibly hot days, and then we have the weather systems coming in for the monsoon season directly after the summer. So we're looking at sort of the end of the summer, I guess, is May, June, and then the rainy season starts, and that's when we get the wet weather from the north coming down and hitting, obviously, the hot air that we have here, creating some absolutely beast mode storms. Right, let's put some flap out, slow this thing down. The flaps are literally like air brakes on this thing. Especially that one. It's like hitting the brakes. Retrimming. You still there, guys? Still asleep? Still awake, I mean? Very steep descent right here. Ignore that. I was talking too much. Alright, pylons ahead. Thousand feet. Landing lights were already on. Should have turned them off, but didn't. Alright. Introduce a little bit more power. This aircraft is really, really nice in VR, by the way. Works an absolute treat. It's one of my favorites. Alright, a little bit more power. And we'll maintain that glide slope. Looks real. It kind of does, doesn't it? It just looks fantastic. And you're seeing a slightly compressed version, I suppose, through the, you know, so you can imagine what it looks like. I don't have a 4K monitor, but it looks absolutely beautiful on here. Alright, a little bit fast, a little bit high. Just come off the throttle, that should correct itself. Anytime soon would be good. There we go, that'll do. Got plenty of room. Alright. We are a bit fast. We want to be aiming for about 70 knots on the approach. Go, and oopsie, little bounce there, and no rudder control again. Ooh, don't quite know what's going on with that. Maybe I need to reset the curve. That wasn't bad. Pretty happy with that landing. That'll do. We can walk away. It's always good. Yeah, issues with the rudder. Let me just take care of that. Let's increase this, and just the overall, that's probably going to be a better profile. Yeah, a little bit jerky, a little bit sensitive. Let's just try that again. Actually, what I might be able to do is offset this. I know this is kind of cheating a bit, but I just want a more... It's so hard to get a realistic rudder control without a proper rudder in X-Plane. Still not right. Let's try that. Okay, that's a bit better. Still a bit brutal, but that'll do. Okay. Good. Why? I really enjoyed that. Okay, so next on the agenda was Cornwall. Cornwall Regional. What aircraft shall we take out? I kind of want to fly the Icarus again, but maybe you guys are a bit... want to try something else? Is there anything here that takes your fancy? The Super Cub is always fun. The V-Skylab's Icon A5, I haven't flown much in that. Do you fancy giving that a go? That could be fun. Bit of a weird aircraft. Let's try it. Made an executive decision. There should be some nice stretches of sea that we can land in Cornwall. Take out some surfers along the way. Ah, right. Ooh, okay. It's I was going to say it's getting a bit late, but it's not that late really. Do you know any jokes? Anyone got any good jokes? I never remember jokes. I remember performance settings and stall speeds, but can never remember the jokes for some reason. I don't know why. Look at this thing, isn't it crazy? Oh, I like the GoPro. That's cool. We can't turn it on. It's an old GoPro as well. And it's not the black... Is it the black version? Here for... Ah, that's great. Do I have the Kodiak? I do have the Kodiak, but I haven't installed it. Through no other reason than I just have overlooked it. Not overlooked it. It's not. Anyway, I do have it, but not right now. But for the next stream, I'll definitely install that. What a absolutely beautiful aircraft that is. Not this, the Kodiak. Oh, this is pretty cool. Kind of weird, but cool. Oops. I always do that. Internal. Alright. This looks more like a car, doesn't it? Okay. Let's give this a go. What the hell? Why are we going that way? Let's have a drink of water. Okay, I'm not quite sure why trim is okay. That's all we've got. We don't have any rudder. There's no... what else have we got up here? Anything? Instrument lights. Controls. Fuel. Parachute. Kind of want the instruments to be lighter. Looks like it was the wrong way. Is that full? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, no. That's not going to work. Let me clear my rudder. See if that works. Okay, that's better. Yeah. So some aircraft you have to set profiles. Well, something weird is going on here. Why is it jumping like that? Can you see that? I wonder if that is... Let me turn off. Something's definitely not right. Let me turn off this. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Seems to be a slight incompatibility with XP Realistic and this aircraft. Let's see if we can... Oh, the rudder is no joke. Or it is a joke. Alright. That's definitely a bit more stable. Anyway. Alright, gear up. Cool, we're flying a car. This is a flying car. That's a lot of fun. Hi there, Nicholas. Welcome to the stream. FSX lagging on a 9th gen PC is a joke. Well, I mean, FSX is so old. It's the code. It's not really the machine, obviously. It's the oldness of that code. At least with X-Plane, I'm not quite sure if you thought that this is FSX, which it isn't. This is X-Plane, which is 64-bit, and FSX is 32-bit, so that's part of the problem. Prepared is the way to go if you haven't got I mean, if you've already invested in what am I saying? Prepared is like an updated version of FSX, but it's still very limited. And I am a fan of Prepared for tube lining. But what was I going to say? Sorry, I've just read that joke. That's a great joke, Rob. That's one of those cringe-worthy jokes that is funny because it's so bad, but I like it. That's my kind of humour. And I won't remember that, no matter how hard I try. Right, I'm gonna just set something here. I want to turn down any waves, and well, that doesn't really matter. And just increase visibility. Okay. What? The aircraft must now be trimmed. Level flight must be trimmed and accelerator. Before you select this, what did I do? Did I do anything? Don't know what I did there. What the hell was that? Don't know what's going on there. Let's fly out and have a look at this boy, shall we? Let's land over there in the middle of the sea. Is this the sea or is this... I was quite far away. Let's not bother. It's not that exciting. I'm going to increase the light though. Alright. Now, this obviously isn't covered by Orbex. This isn't Orbex, is it? This looks like default. It should be covered. Hang on a second. We're not in the UK, are we? KFSO. No. This isn't Cornwall. Hang on. Is it? No. No. This is definitely not Cornwall. We're in Canada. Okay. I was thinking that didn't really look... Cornwall Regional. Okay, give me... I don't know any airfields in the Cornwall region, guys. So maybe you could give me an ICAO code. Does anyone know? If not, maybe you could look one up. I'll wait for your response. If anyone knows of any local... I guess Exeter would be the closest biggest airport. Is that right? I don't really know. Should know. Why should I know? Maybe I shouldn't know. I mean, I don't know. So... Baz, yeah, totally. I mean, that I think that is something that they can now do in Prepared, curved and sloping runways and all that kind of stuff. I have seen that in Prepared. For me, it's down to the flight modelling. It's the way the physics works. No matter what they do in Prepared, with the exception of aircraft by... Oh, goodness me. What's the name of the aircraft company that does the GA with their own flight modelling? Oh, gosh. It's gone out of my head. For exclusively for Prepared. Thanks, Scott. EI... Delta Whiskey. Dublin? That's not Cornwall. That's definitely not Cornwall. And I don't think Orbex covers Dublin. Oh gosh, that's going to bug me. I can't remember the name of what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go for this. Perranporth. Oh crap. There we go. Oh, help me out. Someone put me out my misery. GA aircraft. A2A. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Nice one, Baz. Yeah, A2A. They surround the aircraft with its own flight modelling. It's very impressive. And so those aircraft feel fantastic. But pretty much everything else using the native flight modelling just doesn't feel great to me at all. It feels like you're flying on rails. That's the only way I can describe it. It doesn't feel real. X-Plane 11, it's not perfect, but it's a damn sight better, in my personal opinion. And I've had other real-world pilots who have said no, they prefer prepared, but the majority of pilots that I know have said the same thing. Oops. So I know that I'm not alone in that. But even if I was alone, I wouldn't really care, because it's a personal thing, isn't it? It's like you like red, I like blue, or whatever. I like jokes about dustbins, and other people like innuendo type jokes, which I find, well, depending on how much I've had to drink, increasingly exponentially funny with the amount of alcohol I have ingested. Otherwise, stone cold sober is like, no, that's really not funny. Anyhow, rambling along. Alright, now we're in Cornwall properly now, with very undulating what are they called? Runways, that's the one. Alright, it's a bit gloomy, isn't it? Let's just we'll just do this. Broken, that'll do. Give us a bit of sunlight. That's better. You can see the beautifulness of stunning Cornwall now. I want to head towards the beach. I do miss the English scenery and countryside. Where is the beach? Okay. There we are. Oh wow, look at this. Stunning. In the words of Bernard Matthews, that is a beautiful. Hell yeah. This is the first time I've flown down here. This is great. Good call. Mind you, that could do with a little bit of sprucing up down there. It's a bit blurry. Anyway, splitting hairs. The Jurassic Coast. Well, no, that's a bit further east, isn't it? Although no, I think it extends down here. Am I right? Wish A2A would come to X-Plane. That big Boeing 377 Stratocruiser. Yeah, I never really spent much time in that, but yeah, that is a heck of a plane. Look at that, guys. That is ridiculous. That just looks real. This in VR is going to be crazy good. Oh my word. And our frames are great. I cannot wait for that stick of RAM. I'm almost tempted just to go and buy another stick anyway of the same RAM and just be done with it and get 32. I'm half tempted. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see. I've got a quite hectic day tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be ridiculously hot. 43, 42 degrees tomorrow. Celsius. Which is rather uncomfortable. That is just art on my screen. It really is. Insanely good. However, I'm a little bit bored by this aircraft. It's not floating my boat. Speaking of floating, we never did try and land this thing in the water. Let's try that. Might need to reset the behavior. Oh, we're not too bad, but let's kill that. Alrighty. Okay, let's put some flap out. X-Plane recommends 32 gig. Really? Is that the case? Okay. Then that's what I'll do. Computer gear here is actually expensive, which is weird. You'd think being close to, you know, China, Hong Kong, that it would be somehow cheaper, but it's not. And cars are ridiculously expensive here, like insanely expensive. Huge import tax on cars. I'm driving a little, what is it? It's a Toyota Vios, which is actually pretty nice. Alright, I can't quite see. Since we're trying to land in a very clean and clear and textureless sea, I can't quite see where the ground is. Not ground. It's not ground, is it? It's water. Are we close? Oh dear, sorry about that. Okay. We're down. Let's just have a quick look outside. Circle. Cool. There we go. Ooh. I'll probably turn those off. Okay, that's pretty fun. Go on then, Rob. Better not tell you might not get over. Ah, brilliant. That's a classic. Very, very good. Very cool. Anyway, Rob, thanks for joining us in the stream. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for the jokes. Thanks for your participation in general. And we will see you next time. Guys, actually, to be honest, I'm probably going to wrap things up. Just because I've got a pretty hectic day tomorrow. And there's still a couple of things I want to do before hitting the sack. Just testing. I want to try and get VR. I want to try and get a chat box inside VR and be able to stream that. If anyone knows how to do that without using VR drop or VR stream drop, whatever it's called, which is for Steam. I don't use the Steam VR client to run X-Plane. I use the Oculus software. Is that correct? Should I be doing that? Should I be using the Steam VR client to run VR on X-Plane, or should I be using Oculus? I mean, I don't really know. I've only been using Oculus. But if you guys know, let me know. Bit Victim. I'm guessing you might know something about that, since I haven't checked out what's it called? V-Real. In fact, if you've got a link to that, please do let me know. Please do write that in the chat. If you've got a link to the homepage of where to get that software, I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, cheers, Rob. Thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Catch you next time if you're still there. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I hope you've had fun. I have. It's been great chatting to you all. I'm going to do a couple more tests before bed, and then hit the sack. And depending on how things go with the tests, I've got a pretty heavy day tomorrow, so I don't know how I'm going to feel when I get home. Got a couple of quite big meetings and a bunch of students to do, and I've got some research, an article that I've got to finish off by Friday. So yeah, so it's quite full on work wise tomorrow, but if I have time, I'll nip along to the computer store, pick up some in-trim RAM, making sure it's the same spec, same speed as the one that is on its way to me. But yeah, I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else. If what I was going to say, if I feel alright, I'll do a stream tomorrow, and I really want to do some VR stuff, but again, I can't do that until the RAM is installed. But yeah, failing that, it will be probably maybe Thursday night, otherwise if not tomorrow. But we'll just see. I'll always schedule a stream if it's possible, if I can do that. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm kind of pretty tired, so I just want to get some of these tests done and get myself off to bed. So, Midas, hello, welcome. Bad timing though. Again, Midas is one of the original members of the audience back in the day, a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago. So it's great to have you here, but I'm just about to end the stream, so I'm really sorry about that. Hope you can join us next time. Bad timing. Most of the time I will be streaming from about like maybe 2 hours ago, so that's like 9, like 8:30, 9 p.m. Thailand time. So that's going to be like 6 hours behind the UK, Greenwich Mean Time. I don't know what that is in terms of the States, but I'll let you work that out. But anyway, I'll always schedule a stream ahead of time, so hit the notification bell, because then it will tell you when I've scheduled a stream. But there we go, that is it. Thank you so much, guys, really do appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, all that stuff. And yeah, I've really had fun. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care, happy landings and all that good stuff. See you later.